Hi, traders. I thought today I would tackle another one of your most frequently asked questions. We're going to get into that right now. Now, traders, this has got to be the most frequently asked question I've received over the past 25 years. And let me explain to you why. For the past 25, almost 26 years now, I have traveled the globe spreading the gospel of trading. Every stage I've been allowed to speak from, every microphone that's been placed in my hand, the tens of thousands of people I've spoken to, I've made it my point to put in their faces, without any doubt, that if you have any interest in trading, you're probably not going to make it. Yes, I have shouted this message from the rooftops while spreading the gospel of trading. I have told audiences around the world in every single event that this industry has about a 92% failure rate, which means that you're probably not going to make it. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try. Just because you might not make it into the pros as a soccer player doesn't mean you shouldn't try to play soccer and become good at it. You never know. So trading is the same way. Now, that 92% failure rate is not a hard number. I've seen that rate as high as 96%. Oh yes, on years that are like this, there's usually like close to a 96% failure rate. On years where the market's just straight up without much volatility going to the upside, those are going to be your lower failure rate years. So we're talking maybe 80% failure rate during the really, really good times. Downward markets have typically a higher failure rate as well. So that failure rate in this industry is very real, which means that the odds are against you. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't try. Business in general has a high failure rate. Restaurants have a high failure rate. Trying to become a professional athlete has a high failure rate. Trying to become a successful, productive member of society has a high failure rate. So what? It has a high failure rate. You just might be one of the 8%. So everyone should give it a try. But here's the question. Because I'm one of the only leaders in the industry who's constantly letting you know there's a high failure rate. Because of that, I get scores of people that ask, Oliver, why does this industry have such a high failure rate? Why? If trading is so simple as you say, but not easy, we get that. It's simple, but it's not easy. Why is the failure rate so high? And there are a variety of reasons why the failure rate's high. First of all, it's supposed to be high. Trading is not an industry that's supposed to have the majority of people as winners. So I want you to understand that the system is basically rigged to produce losers. And it's only that small segment of people who are trained and educated properly and blast through their demons and their lack of discipline to go on to be consistently profitable. Only that small majority break loose of the trap. But this industry is designed to produce losers. A market cannot have 80% winners. Where's the money going to come from? Money to the winners come from the losers. And if everyone start winning, who's going to actually be putting the money in for the winners to take out? There are two types of players in this game, right? Depositors and withdrawers. And you're either one of the two. The depositors, they put money in and usually never pull money out. The withdrawers, they're the opposite. They only take money out of the market. They usually never put money in. In order for the 8% to constantly be withdrawing from the markets, you've got to have the majority putting money in for that 8% to be able to withdraw. And typically, the individual withdrawer, the profitable trader, withdraws many more times the average size of a normal trading account. So there has to be many more losing traders than winning traders in order for the markets to have longevity. So that's something I want you to understand up front. But let's start delving into some of the specific reasons why individuals seem not to be able to break through the trap to become consistently successful. And I would have to say that the number one reason, the main reason, revolves around risk. You see, most traders are trading from their thoughts. Most traders are trading based on their feelings, based on their analysis. Most traders are trading based on their emotions. They're not trading based on a systematic approach, a systematic risk management approach. So, in my opinion, the number one reason that traders lose is because they do not approach the game from the point of risk. Everyone's looking at the pie in the sky first. They're looking at the potential gain, but they're not paying enough attention to the risk. I teach my traders that you must focus on risk first, that the number one rule in this game is to not lose money. And the number two rule in this game is to always refer to rule number one: don't lose money. That's the goal. Most traders think that the goal is to make money. The goal is not to make money. The market's job is to make money. Your job is to not lose money. You see, this is a partnership, right? The stock or the market has its part of the partnership. Its job is to make the money. You have the other part of the partnership. Your job is to stop the market when the market is not doing its job. You see, most traders have their jobs mixed up. They think their job is the job of the market. They think they're supposed to make the money. When you purchase a stock at $20 and the stock goes from $20 to $24, what did you contribute to produce that $4 gain from 20 to 24? What did you do except pray? Absolutely nothing. You had no responsibility in that. The stock went up $4. The market helped the stock go up $4. You did absolutely nothing. Another scenario: if you buy the same stock at $20 and it goes down to 19 and you kill the trade, and now the stock's at 16, what did you do? You actually prevented yourself from experiencing a $4 loss, and you narrowed your loss to $1. This is your responsibility. You see, the market can't stop itself. Your partner, the stock, doesn't have brakes. It can't stop itself. So it has a job to do, but just in case it can't do it, your stock is relying on you to be able to stop it. It's almost as if your partner, the stock, says, look, I'm gonna go out there and do my absolute best to make us money, but the opposition might be a little too strong for me today. And if that's the case, I'm gonna need you to do your job. Promise me you'll save me. Promise me you'll stop me, because I can't stop. You're supposed to say, absolutely, partner. Go do your thing. I've got your back. I've got you covered. If they're too strong for us today, I will stop the game. That's in my power. That's in my hands. I will not allow the opposition to take our business away. I've got your back. And that's the proper trading attitude. That's proper risk. Let me see if I can get some more light in here. And so most traders have the game backwards. They're out there studying, looking at charts, taking courses, reading books with the idea that they're supposed to learn how to make money. You're not supposed to learn how to make money. You don't make the money. The stock makes the money. The market makes the money. You are the risk manager. And so this is one of the number one reasons traders are losers, because they're focusing on the wrong job. They're not focusing on becoming good stoppers. They're not focused on becoming good risk managers. They're not focused on becoming experts at stopping the game. They're not approaching their trading with a very systematic, detailed risk management system. So let me give you an idea of a very basic, rudimentary risk management system that can actually work, but that no one's doing practically. So let me lay this out for you. Very simple, very rudimentary, okay? Let's say your trading plan has risk parameters as such. You have a maximum $50 loss per trade. So you enter a stock, if you buy a stock, you have $50 cushion beneath you, which means that once that stock drops to negative 45, negative 46, 47, 48, boom, you don't even want to touch negative $50. That's your job. You are the risk manager. So you've got a maximum loss of $50 in this scenario, okay? Now let's say that once your stock goes up by $50, now you're profitable by $50. You're profitable by the same amount that you've allowed yourself to lose. $50 down, now you're $50 up. You're gonna move that $50 initial stop to break even. Now your stop is at break even. Now you've removed the risk out of the trade. Now the worst case scenario is that you come out of the trade break even. Zero gain, zero loss. So get this. First, we start off with a $50 stop. Second, once we get a $50 gain, we move that stop to break even. Part 3, once you achieve a $100 gain, you sell half of whatever you have. If you have 200 shares, you're gonna sell 100 shares, put half of the profit in your pocket, and raise your stop once again to the plus $50 point on the remaining shares. And every $50, you move 50. Every $50, you move 50 until you either stop out or at some point above you, you decide to take all of the gains off the table. Now, this is a very rudimentary system, very basic, but it's very proper. And it can work. In fact, it does work. But no one is playing the markets with the focus on the risk side. They have no systematic way of working a trade. They have no systematic, detailed way of adjusting for risk. And this is one of the number one reasons behind the high failure rate. There are a variety of other reasons that we can get into, but it's this one that I wanted to focus on. The lack of risk control. Money is your life as a trader. Your money is your life. Your money is everything. Your money is your business. Your money is the very air that you breathe. Your money is your life. You should never allow a single stock or a single trade to take your life away. Never. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have any losses. That's impossible. This is a game where losses are absolutely a permanent part of the game. You're never going to be able to get around losses. Losses we have to live with, but money should not be lost. Losses can happen, but do not lose money. Listen to me carefully. Have losses. Oh yes, permanent part of the game. Do not lose money. I'm going to say it again. Have losses, traders. Yes, have them. They're necessary, but don't lose money. What do I mean by that? A loss is not money. A loss is part of the plan. Money being lost is outside of the plan. So if we take our example again, and I say, listen, your maximum loss per trade is $50, and you come back with a $90 loss, you lost money. You lost $40 of money. You were allowed $50 by your plan. That's not money. That's just a trading loss. Money is outside of your trading plan. Don't lose money. Rule number one. Rule number two, refer to rule number one. Now, why don't you take this small, basic, rudimentary risk management system that I just gave you in this video and try it. Apply it. Do it for a week. Do it for several days. And I promise that if you have not been trading this way, with a systematic, detailed plan that you apply to every single trade the same way, almost as if you're a robot. If you haven't been doing this, you're going to start seeing magic happen. And it is this that just might help you become one of the 8%. So there you have it, traders. I just wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about this most important topic, risk. Now, what I need you to do right now is subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I spend an inordinate amount of time every single day to make sure that I put something of value in your faces and in your hands every single day of the week, okay? I need you to subscribe. I also need you to pound that like button on this video. Help the channel out. Help the channel appeal to the YouTube algorithm. Pound that like button for me, okay? And why don't you leave a comment below? Let me know what you thought about the video. And more specifically, I'd like to know how you're performing, what you're experiencing with this risk system I just gave you. All right, guys, until next time, trade well. Boom!